take a serious, I do toss. No fit to resonate, I'm on the delivery requirements. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with just somebody that could do like me. When I feel like most come on. I got to your defender, you no need to tell me. I'm a finesse.
103 Radio Podcast.
If me, I got money pass you. If you're not careful, you know, send me a must. If me, I got money pass you. If you're not careful, my business. You go right. All I get. If I broke, now my business. You go right. If I broke, now my business. You go right. All I get for the night. If I broke, now my business. You go right. How you feeling? Sensation. What did I do for you, girl? Come on. And I know, and I know, and I know. Yeah, give me that oh, that's a little, yeah. Life's pretty sweet, every bit of me love her to the morning, nah, nah, nah. Love her to the nighttime, nah, nah, nah. I don't get nobody, I don't get nobody, yeah. If you give me body, I won't tell nobody, yeah. I think I should do best goes. Now she want me, who's got, so me who's got, like she was cool.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna pause this for a second. Sometimes this stream, we have some issues with, I guess it's the signal. Of course, I'm in Georgia, not far from the storm, but I wanted to kind of come in and let you guys know about open enrollment period starting on November 1st. If you haven't already scheduled your enrollment, I would recommend um, either tomorrow or Monday through Friday, any time of the week before November 1st, go ahead and schedule your appointment at 877 225 9983. Get your appointment scheduled for open enrollment period for the marketplace plans. Now, you may receive several phone calls. I'm advising everyone, don't fall for the antics. You know why? Number one reason why is because they go in and they play this game with fraud and so forth. And I can go into the details with y'all about the fraud and the different things that uh, entails that. But of course, I want to just kind of touch up a little bit about a few updates regarding open enrollment period. And then I want for us to go into the conversation as it relates to, um, we got a storm that's in Florida that I've been tracking. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys been watching, but if you haven't been watching, it's okay. We're going to share the news with you. Hopefully you can see it. If there are a few issues with the stream, I'll just attach the actual link where you can go and check out that portal or check out that news. Okay. So give me just 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up because I want us to kind of go into the details as it relates to this current storm.
criteria for rapid intensification.
Exploded in strength overnight.
This is intensifying at a rate that I don't know if we've quite seen before.
It's practically not survivable.
What a beautiful evening. I had a great time with you today.
No, first full day here.
Did an excursion, did some cooking classes, learned how to make some real salsa.
Great first day.
It was great. It's our first day here in Los Cabos, first time ever. And unfortunately, we just had to book our flights home because there's a major catastrophic hurricane that just formed a couple hundred miles east of here. It's an unprecedented track. We haven't seen this in a long time, and it is literally going straight up I-4 through Tampa that just got hammered by Helene, through Orlando, up through Daytona.
Fun fact, a week and a half ago, Helene almost made us have to fly home early from my sister's wedding. So it was just a matter of time.
So if Trev and Chelsea are out enjoying themselves and trying to take a little time to just enjoy each other and be married and have some time off, hurricane. So.
Breaking news, Milton is now a Category 4 hurricane. A massive storm is packing winds of 125 miles per hour.
This is up a lot from where it was just a few hours ago.
So, it's already a Cat 4. Now here's the deal. All Floridians know hurricane prep calories don't count. And in the time it took us to eat our Panda Express, we now officially have a Category 5 storm, the highest on the scale, just sitting there spitting, getting angrier and angrier. We're gonna be flying from here up to Dallas and then across just in time. That was the weirdest thing. We landed, wait for it, and the entire plane's phones all went off for a hurricane warning.
As of right now, all commercial flights are stopping to MCO Wednesday morning, but they think it could bleed over into Tuesday night, so we just made it back in time.
The only spot open this evening. We're gonna try to get ahead of the rush tomorrow. Maybe some sunflowers for when we see the sun again. This is the problem with only having 36 hours to prepare.
I see some packs of liquid stuff down here that might be our own.
Oh, so we're gonna pay for bougie water? They were limiting it to 2 cases per person. That at least helps. Better, carbonation added. Yeah, nobody wants that. The Goat Wawa coming in clutch. Just found some water on an end cap. Only 12 bottles of water left in Orlando. They didn't have 93 gas though, so we're gonna try a different gas station. And we found some. We're doing 93.
Can you imagine?
We'll run on anything.
Let me just place pause for a
second.
second.
So, worst case scenario, we've got generator gas. Best case, we're just gonna fill the boat up.
Well, good Tuesday morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Lewis Turner. Today is the day to get the
Can y'all imagine what Florida is going through right now?
Good
Wow.
morning, guys. There is a lot of prepping that needs to be done today. The Tuesday morning advisory is in, and it looks like Milton has lost a bit of strength, but this was expected. Basically, up until this point, he was a very, very small storm, which is what allowed him to spin up so quickly and really kind of beat all the projections up until this point. Now he's widening, and as he widens, obviously it's going to affect more area. There's going to be more storm surge. In some ways, it's even more catastrophic. He is losing wind speed. However, it's expected he's going to be going through an eye restructuring, and he could end up getting back up to Category 5 by the end of today. Also, huge shout out to these badasses that are flying in and out of the storm for days now, collecting data that can be interpreted so that we all know kind of what's coming and how to be prepared. But what a cool job, although I don't know how the plane flies with those massive balls.
Wow, look at that. That's horrible. Have y'all seen the devastation of Florida? I mean, this is horrible.
Hold on, something pretty nice was just delivered. Another thing I was worried about finding along with water was propane, because that often sells out unless you order it for delivery. I ordered this like 4 or 5 days ago, so we're gonna be grilling if the power goes out. Good morning. Oh my gosh.
I did.
Are you ready? Good boy.
He was all the way up here and he wiggled all the way down there when he heard you coming.
Wiggled, he didn't walk.
No, he didn't stand up.
Bed bug this morning. But we have good news. Hurricane Milton only has to stay with 145 miles per hour.
Wow.
No longer 180. How exciting. Oh, Halloween cat. Good morning. Wow, look at that. Great form. Time to bring these things in. Also, we did learn our lesson from the last one. We just straight up had the fan removed. This fan is absolutely terrifying. If that doesn't end up through our window, I'm going to be so surprised. It's just so funny because it's looking like a beautiful late Florida summer day right now. Looks like my hurricane buddy up there would like to be helping. Good boy! I always feel so bad because they don't really know what's going on. They just know that we're stressed, we're moving things around. I'm sure naturally they can kind of sense that something's wrong, something's coming to. Animals are so fascinating. I don't know if this one right here can sense anything coming. I think he's just trying to sense when dinner is. So during Hurricane Ian, these guys were probably our biggest problem. Somehow they came off of our floating platform. They were getting bucked all over the place. The waves were crazy. They actually got thrown off and into the tree over there. We now have a seawall. I mean, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to drive into the yard. It was just absolute chaos. We are not going to do that again. Now, as you can see,
that might be fixable. I'm gonna pull that out. They're like
Wow.
big Legos.
Just look at this. Just wow. It's worse than this, you guys, in certain places of Florida. If you haven't had the chance to watch the news, just tune in.
Trying to see if any other pieces came out and got washed up on the shore. We would probably be able to find them now. I don't know if we'd find them tomorrow. This straight up ripped it out of concrete.
I'm not sure how much of that you guys could make out, but we lost a panel of fencing. As we said earlier, vinyl fencing is not the most sturdy, but it is super cheap and it's easy to replace. So we should even just be able to screw that back in. So right now we've got about 40 mile-an-hour winds with up to 90 mile-an-hour gusts-ish, and we're slowly going to increase winds.
It's crazy because the sustained
Morning, I'm Joe Fryer. Breaking overnight, Milton roars to shore in Florida.
The situation here in Sarasota is dire. At first, we had, okay, we're gonna go. We gotta go.
That was the scene late last night as Milton slammed into Florida's Gulf Coast near Sarasota. At that moment, it was a Category 3 storm, unleashing heavy winds, floodwaters, and near-record storm surge. The weakened system is now making its way offshore on the other side of Florida, but not before leaving a path of destruction in its wake. Take a look at this. Strong winds caused a crane to collapse onto a building in St. Petersburg, Florida. You can see the hunks of twisted metal and debris covering the road. Milton also spawned a deadly tornado outbreak, triggering 126 warnings in Florida. That's the most ever in a single day for that state. Those strong winds also tore the roof off of Tropicana Field in downtown St. Pete. You can see bits of the roof hanging like streamers now from the rafters. Ahead of the nightfall, FEMA put 1,200 search and rescue workers in place, and this morning ground crews are already working.
So I don't know how much of this you guys can hear, but this is actually devastating, you know, for those that are in Florida. My heart goes out to you guys. I hope you are safe and you did get a chance to evacuate. For all of the people that's tuning in right now, thank you for tuning in to Sweet 103 Radio and Podcast. I've been up all night just basically watching this storm as it, you know, takes landfall over Florida. And you can see right here on the screen where it says 59 miles southeast of Daytona Beach. That was last night. But it's even, you know, of course, it's gone over Florida now. But if you go into, and I'll put this link into the chat. You'll be able to see the devastation. A lot of the property damage, you know, when we talk about insurance and flood insurance and companies, whenever you purchase your home, whether you're in a flood zone or not, I would highly advise you still get flood insurance. If you got renter's policy, always recommend, you know, if you are still renting, you want to cover, you know, if you have to transport or evacuate or get a hotel, you want to make some property policies will cover you if you have to relocate. Okay, so just check with your whoever your homeowner's insurance is with, or if you got renter's insurance. If you don't, you can contact BEF Insurance Solutions. By the way, this video is sponsored by BEF Insurance Solutions. You can reach out at 877-225-9983. Monday through Friday, hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So remember that. And we cover Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, Alabama. And of course, you know, we haven't covered Florida. There has been a huge risk with Florida, only because, as you can see, the records now of how storms are coming over, it's a lot different than it was 10 years ago. Then if you calculate, even back in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina hit, it was, of course, a Cat 5, I think, when it hit Louisiana. But at the same time, one of the major issues they had was the levees broke, right? That was the main thing with their flooding. Now, if they had major support system with their levees, because you got to think about sewage systems, not only that, if there's rivers, you're near, close by. We always say evacuate those places. Always have a game plan in place. If there's a tornado, if there's a hurricane, if there's a fire, you and your family always need to be prepared. Okay, that's the number one aspect of, you know, when not just having insurance, but being prepared in all aspects. And I tell everyone, if you got animals, number one thing, you want to keep your animals safe. I am an animal lover, and I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of people didn't have the funds to evacuate. And I don't know what FEMA is doing right now. I know they were stating that FEMA Point, there's a 1,200 some search. They're looking for people right now. They're still counting fatalities and looking at the devastation. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now. Now, I don't know if there are some other storms out there in the Atlantic that is going to be coming through, but as the weather patterns shift, you know, when the cool and warm air meets, you're going to be looking at, you know, catastrophic weather, whether it be hurricanes or tornadoes, especially with the ocean. You know, you got the cool air from the north coming down and the warm air off the ocean that's coming in. So it's causing a lot of friction with the weather. And they were talking about at one time the weather being about, the winds being up to 60 some miles per hour. And so even with that, you know, you really got to think, you got to be prepared, whether it's a fire, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's a tornado. A lot of areas that once wasn't in hurricane areas are now like Georgia. I'm in North Georgia, like near Atlanta. I'm actually 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. Shout out to ATL. But we are, you know, the weather is changing. I know Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, and even Tennessee, certain parts of Tennessee, you know, off of these hurricanes, there comes tornadoes. The last I checked, there were 15 tornadoes that broke across Florida. So we definitely got to pray for those. You know, my granddaughter is marked safe. My son, my kids' fathers are marked safe. So I'm so happy that they are safe. And if you guys got any family, I'm praying for their safeties. But I just want to kind of put this out here to kind of tell you guys, you know, for the show today is just stay safe, make a plan, and, you know, put yourself in these Floridians' position or in their shoes, because a lot of them are, you know, just imagine if you got a storm coming through, you evacuate, you got nowhere to go back to. So, if you guys are able to let us know, type in the chat here if you know of anybody that want to donate water or food or anything to our Floridians. Those are our neighbors. Of course, I'm in Georgia. Alabama and Florida is our neighbors, and Mississippi is always my home. That's where my heart is always. But at the same time, like I said, we have to be able to, keep an eye out on these storms and stay up to date with that. Anyway, I ain't got much to say today, but peace out to y'all. I hope you do. If you haven't enrolled for open enrollment period, share this stream. Let everybody that you know. They can contact us at either 678-915-2982. Again, that's 678-915-2982. Again, 678-915-2982. Also, the next thing I want to say, there's a toll-free number, 877-225-9983. 877-225-9983. Call us during work hours now, because some of y'all be calling me at night and wondering, saying you can't reach me. Okay, I do sleep. I'm not Dracula. And I'm not omnipresent. I can only talk to one person at a time. Okay, so when you call my office, we do work by appointments. If you have any questions, or even if you're a Floridian and you need some resources, or you need some help, or you have some questions, give our office a call. We're here to help. And if it's anything or anyone that we know, Red Cross, United Way, FEMA, reach out to those local Salvation Army, reach out to those local charitable organizations that will be able to provide food and shelter for you, okay, in case you're displaced. And also reach out to your local Department of Health and Human Services as well, okay? So anyway, shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Share this stream. If you did join and tune in online today, I'm going to try to bring up more podcasts similar to this. Also, there's one more thing I got. I do play music. I don't know if y'all know I DJ. So just in case you don't, I have a actual DJ stream. You can go on there and listen to the music and so forth. I don't want it to get struck by YouTube. So a lot of times, I'm multi-streaming by going to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and X. You can check us out over there, as well as SoundCloud. If you get a chance, you can actually hear our music on SoundCloud. So tune in over there. And anyway, hope you guys, stay safe, but better yet,